So hello students, today I have with me Meghna. Meghna hails from Visakhapatnam and has been working in Hyderabad. She has a graduation in commerce and after that she has pursued her MBA from IIM Udaipur. She's been working in a manufacturing firm as a business on a business development profile. Welcome Meghna and congratulations for cracking the IBPS SO examination.
Thank you, sir. Thank you very much.
So today's interaction is going to be very, very special because a lot of students will be very much keen to understand as to why is it that somebody from an IAM background and being a female wants to start her career in banking and finance. But more than that, inclination is towards sales and marketing. So we
Right.
will start with your introduction. If you can take us through your education background, and then gradually we'll proceed.
Sure, sir. Thank you for congratulating and also thank you for the introduction. Since you have given a brief, I'll tell a little more about why I've chosen this path. I intended to choose a commerce pathway in order to either settle in a management career or in a banking career. That has always been my long-term goal. Post finishing my bachelor's in commerce, I started applying for certain bank jobs like POs and clerks, basically. At that point of time, SO was not in my mind. So I've applied for PO clerks, but I was also prepping for CAT since these two were my major goals. So I also was prepping for CAT. PO clerk में मेरा कभी-कभी नहीं होता था, probably because of the GK part. I was not focusing much on the GK at that point of time. After 1-2 attempts, I've cleared CAT and I've had the opportunity to get my MBA from IIM Udaipur. Majorly, I did my management because I wanted the big institute experience. So that is where I took the opportunity. I didn't want to miss it. So I joined, post which I got a pre-placement opportunity. And since that, I've been working for the last 4 years with a manufacturing firm. So as I was working, at the end, being a girl and in a manufacturing firm where it's completely technical, it was not that easy for me. Since I'm a commerce graduate as well, not from an engineering background, adjusting to the technical environment was a little tough. But anyhow, I decided to stay at least for a few years, gain some experience, and which I gained. Then time came after 3-4 years, I wanted to go back to my other goal. I thought, why not? Banking has always been my interest, and that would be a better career for me, is what I felt. And I started prepping. Then I realized there's something called IBPS SO as well. And I don't have to utilize just my commerce degree, but also management degree, basically. And I applied for the marketing officer, and here I am today.
Okay. So, see, it's also a reason I've seen that in manufacturing industries, the structure, the organization structure is pretty much flat. So there are not many chances to grow in a certain sector or a certain industry, which is not the case in a banking sector, right?
Yes.
So this job profile, demands selling and marketing both activities, right? And you must have done some preliminary research before filling up the form and preparing for this exam, and you must have surely come across comments and reviews saying that this is a hardcore sales job and this is a marketing job and needs a lot of extensive out of the office work and meeting clients and all those things. So how did you make up your mind? Were you comfortable with this kind of a job profile, or you did some more research and then you zeroed on this job? What was the thought process?
Earlier, yes, I was not comfortable. My parents were not either. Like I said, even now I get to and I have to compulsory travel remote locations across since it's a manufacturing industry. So I would say that gives me some experience that yes, I can handle it. So and plus I am also a people person. I like talking to people rather than just sitting at a desk and working. So that way I realized in a manufacturing where I can't technically be satisfied and can't grow. Banking ke side, if I come in, it will be more understanding for me and I'll be able to succeed better in a marketing future. And if you ask about the troubles for a girl, yes, I'll definitely say it's a little tough, be it convincing parents, be it just going to random locations. But I believe being in a public sector bank gives that support even to my parents. They are okay with the travel being from a public sector bank rather than anything else, any other marketing or sales role. So this way, it's both safety for them and it's also good for me because I like going into marketing and sales.
Then working in a public sector bank any days is much safer and much secure than working in any other financial institution which is
You're
private
right.
or any other NBFCs. You said you were like it was easy for you to eventually convince your parents. How did you convince yourself first?
It took some time. I think that is why I did not immediately leave my job, which I had. I thought, anyhow, it's just going on, let it go. But then, like I said, my interest towards banking and the stability that comes with a banking job, even though if it is a marketing role, and how being a girl, that is what is more important to me right now. I felt was the reasons I used to motivate myself.
Okay, that's really great. So once you decided that you'll be going to prepare for this exam, then how did you started your journey? Because prelims was there, then it was mains, and unlike IBPS PO exams, prelims is a different ball game and mains is a completely different set of a subject. Nothing to do with prelims, neither the subjects, everything was different. And then the interview. So how
Yes.
did you prepare for each of these three stages?
Right. So when it comes to prelims, since the topics were similar to CAT, I thought it would be easier for me. But I was a little wrong. When I started giving a few mocks, I realized CAT, it is more about focusing on just 10 to 20% topics and giving it. And speed is nearly not a point. But here I realized along with accuracy, I really need speed to achieve the cutoff. So initially, when I've given a few mocks, my cutoffs were not up to the mark, even though I might have been reaching in a few sections and other sections I was not reaching the cutoff, or total I was not reaching the cutoff. Uh, Most of the time I was reaching, but I was not on a safe side where even if the paper was easy, will I reach a cutoff or not? So that was where I started prepping. My English was strong. In English, I was getting good marks, but I had to focus on the math part. I was doing good, but I was not doing it fast. So I had to improve my accuracy as well as speed. So I started focusing on topics which I'm strong first. Every day, at least half an hour, I used to prepare on strong topics, but I used to spend 1.5 hour on topics I'm not strong. So that way, I was trying to work on both of them simultaneously so that accuracy and speed both would increase. That was how I started my prelims. And fortunately, I cleared the prelims. Then comes to the mains. Once again, mains was also a similar kind of problem for me. I thought I had a marketing knowledge, so I'll be able to give it away easily. But then I realized I do not remember the terminology very well. So that was the issue I was coming. Then I've gone through few of your live videos actually. उसमें आपने you very clearly mentioned what kind of topics or what kind of questions come in there. Even though I had very short time because I work as well, I had very less time to prepare. Those focus topics, I tried to be as accurate as possible. So I think I filled in approximately 35-40 questions and my score was 28.75. Yeah, 28.75. I just cleared with the cutoff, but I'm happy that I was able to because I focused on only a few topics and tried to be as accurate as possible with the mains.
So your attempt was 35 questions or less?
It was 36, 37 around, somewhere between 35, 40. I don't remember exactly,
And
but I
what was
didn't
your
attempt
score then? What was the score in the mains examination out of 60?
28.75.
Okay. And what is the final composite score in mains plus interview?
Uh, it was 55 or 53. 55, I think. Sorry, just give me 1 second.
You
I
must have
forgot.
scored really well in your interview.
I think interview around 16 I got, yes. Around
Ah,
16
good,
in
good.
interview.
So that's a decent score.
Yes.
If you can
So
quickly take us through your interview experience also. And yes, how did you exactly go with the mains preparation? Did you like opt for only the classes or only a book? What was the combination that really worked for you?
yeah. So for the mains, majorly it was mock tests and YouTube videos for me. Mock tests is not, I did not prepare any topics particularly, but analysis of mock test really helped me. I gave few mock tests and just didn't let them determine my marks, but I was constantly reading them out, trying to understand the logic behind the answers and re-questioning myself on those mocks. So that really helped me. Rather than on topics, I was focusing on mocks and a lot of YouTube videos. I watched a lot of YouTube videos of yours, and the topic content really helped me. And I was constantly Googling, utilizing Chat GPT to ask me questions about what kind of questions can I get on these topics. So that was how I was preparing for my mains.
Okay. Because it's not only mocks and my videos, it is also because your background was from a very good institution, and that basically I think must have really helped you, right?
Yes, yes, yes,
Now
definitely.
let's come to the interview part. So what was your experience appearing for an interview for a public sector enterprise?
Yeah.
It's,
I
it's a
was
different ball game altogether. It's a very different environment, and everything is the energy, everything is different. So if you can
true.
explain us what was your experience.
True, definitely. I was very scared actually for the
Okay.
interview because I know why I want to shift into a banking background, but I was not sure I will be able to convey it to the interviewers. Firstly, they will definitely question me about why I am moving from a job from an MBA background to a banking sector. I was sure. So most of my interview was focusing on understanding why I wanted to move into the banking industry. I myself was questioning myself, preparing questions on what they could ask me, why this, why not that, what about the salary, or what about a marketing role as a girl. So I was questioning myself and trying to answer them for myself for the interview. So that was majorly how my preparation was. And then I was simultaneously focusing on banking, financial awareness that was happening around. Like I said, I'm a little weak at remembering general awareness questions. So majority of my preparation was on that as well, trying to make myself understand what was happening. So when it comes to financial awareness, rather than focusing on specifics, since I tend to forget, I try to focus on understanding the concept. If something was happening, if it could be digitization of banks, it could be a lot of other current affairs happening, I try to understand the concept so that even if I'm not able to give an immediate right answer, I can show them what I'm thinking. Thought process क्या होता है उसमें? Why, how did I come up with an answer? What is it and all that. For example, in that I was asked about women empowerment as well. So reading through some general knowledge stuff helped me remember something that happened recently and also frame an answer accordingly. My interview mostly went, half of the interview was why have you done this MBA and then why are you shifting? Two, three panel people, there were 5 panel members in my panel. And for almost half of the interview, that was my questions. And the last half was on general banking terminology and current affairs. So that was how it happened.
So were they not willing to know that why are you like? Was there a salary hike in your case?
From that job to this job, you're asking?
Yeah.
No, there isn't actually.
So this could have also been a concern there. They must have asked you about what are you taking home in the current job and what would be the difference.
I was prepped for that question, but fortunately or unfortunately, they did not ask me that.
Okay.
My reason was definitely stability.
Okay.
Even though there might be equal or more paying there, but the stability I get here would not be the same. And like I said, I prefer being in a banking marketing industry rather than a manufacturing marketing.
So that's really great, and thank you so much for sparing your time. Now, one last question is for the upcoming jobs and like for the future, the new aspirants who would wish to prepare for the same profile. What are your inputs, or what is your piece of advice to
Right.
future aspirants?
Right, sure. So I think 2 things I would like to say. One is that we shouldn't compare our timelines with other people's timelines, because when I was doing my degree and I was applying for bank jobs, I couldn't qualify them. Doesn't mean I got demotivated. I had other career paths. So no one should get demotivated. Firstly, everyone will have their own time. Just give your full on efforts. Unless and until you're giving your full efforts, you can't be sad that you did not achieve it. First, your only task to do is give your full efforts. And once you're doing it, you'll definitely achieve what you want. Same works for this as well. earlier when I couldn't crack PO and clerks, but now I was able to crack an SO interview. I mean, prelims, mains, interview, everything. Second, preparation wise, my suggestion would be when people are giving mocks, they shouldn't just check out the marks and leave. It's important that they analyze their mocks, where they're doing good, where they're not doing good. That really gives a sense of understanding, and it will really help us in the exams on where we should focus, how we can improve our accuracy and speed, I think.
How many mocks you gave and which mocks you gave and how you analyzed? You can just throw some light.
I've given your mocks as well, and I've utilized one other website's mocks. I think I've taken around 15 mocks, both for prelims and mains.
And what exactly did you do when you were analyzing the mocks?
So for prelims, I went topic wise. I realized my strength, like English, I did not need to focus too much on English because I was able to score in English. In maths, I was doing them right, but I was doing them very slow. So from that, I try to understand which topics, if I focus, I can do them faster. So that for the topics I can't do fast, I can work on them more. Even if it is slow, at least a few questions will be an add-on. So if there were 50 questions, I'll finish off the topics I can do first as fast as possible, 20, 30 questions, and then focus on the remaining. How many ever I can do, it's a good score only then. Same for LRDI as well.
And what about marketing? How did you analyze your marketing marks?
Marketing marks analyzing was a little difficult, but while I was reading questions, I was able to generalize them into topics. There are certain topics like it could be the marketing mix, the digital marketing campaigns, 4Ps, lot of theories, majorly theories, all the different theories that come in. It was important to understand, even if I don't understand them completely, it was important to memorize what each theory means. So since there are lots of theories, it gets tough to remember what all of them are. So I was trying to constantly write them in my notes, try to remember them even before the exam, the day before the last 2 days of the exams, this was what I was doing. Not just mocks, I stopped before 2-3 days. And the last 2 days, I was just trying to make sure I know all the terminology, all the theories, which comes where. So that was my strategy.
Okay, thank you so very much, and wish you good luck and all the very best. And I am pretty sure that you're going to do fairly well and you're going to enjoy your stint with this bank.
I look
The reason
forward.
being that public sector banks have a lot to offer. So the initial gestation period might be little challenging because you need to settle down. There will be some cultural shock also that you can expect. That's the part of switching a job. And I don't think so because PNB is a very good organization to work with. And I've also come to know that of late they're trying to place candidates close to their hometowns.
Oh, that's interesting.
So somebody senior I just met who's a scale 4 officer and a couple of scale 3 officers. We just had a word in the last week, and they're saying that they're changing focus and they realized that it's a tough task for students to when they start their careers to settle down in a new city altogether, which is far off, and then also to slog and then deliver. So maybe this is a conscious call, and I think this should work majority of candidates. So there is some hope for you.
Yes, hopefully. Fingers crossed.
Chalo, all the best and good luck, and give my congratulations to your parents also.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much.